Hello, this is Latrell Jackson, your favorite math coach over at knowledgeovergrades.net, and we are about to begin your email course on the top 5 concepts you must master in order to pass algebra. So, what we're going to begin with is least common multiples, or LCMs as you may see them in certain places. So, let's try to identify what multiples are. When we think of the word multiples in our everyday language, we may put it in places like, oh, I took multiple trips to the bathroom, or I tried something multiple times, like a math problem, and I kept getting it wrong. You might also say we had multiple days off of school for spring break. Another word that comes to mind is multiply. So when I look at the word multiples, it's easy to convert multiples to multiply. The proper definition for the word multiples is the result of multiplying a number by a multiplier. So the result would actually be the product, because when we multiply two numbers together, we get a product, right? So let's say we have 3 times 5. What's 3 times 5? That's 15. 3 is the number and 5 is the multiplier. They also can both be multipliers because they're being multiplied to each other. And 15, so multiplier, and 15 is the product, which is also the multiple. So the multiple is 15, and 15 is a multiple of both 5 and 3. Okay. So we got a general understanding of what a multiple is. So in order to find multiples of a number, we can choose a number, which I'm going to use 2, right? And if a multiple is the result of multiplying a number by a multiplier, then we're going to use 2 as our base, as our number, and multiply it by increasing numbers, starting with 1. So 5 multiplied 2 by 1, what do I get? I get 2. Let's find another. So 2 is a new multiple of 2. Let's find another multiple, starting with multiplying by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. And now 4 is a multiple of 2 because 4 is the result of multiplying 2 by a multiplier, 2. The next multiplier is 3. 2 times 3, what's that? 6. We can use 4. 4 times 2 is 8. We can use 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 9. 9 times 2 is 18. And then 10. 10 times 2 is 20. So we can stop there, but as you see, this list will go on forever, as long as we keep adding numbers that we can multiply to 2. So all of these numbers in this list are multiples of 2, and that's how we found multiple of 2. So multiples, we got that down. Now let's look at the word common. Common. When we think of something we have in common, like let's think of 2 people who brought lunch to school. If they have something in common, then they may have both brought a juice. They have a juice in common. They may have both brought a fork. They have a fork in common. So it's basically what 2 things or people have in common, what they both possess. So if we are talking about something that 2 things or people have in common, then that means we're comparing two or more. So that means if we're going to find out what two numbers have in common, we have to add a number. We have to find multiples of another number. Let us try 3. So now we have to do the same thing that we did to 2 to 3. Starting with 1, we're going to start finding our multiples of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. And we can go on forever also. So great. We found our multiples of 3 by multiplying 3 by increasing numbers starting with 1. So what we're going to do is start with the multiples of 2 and see if we can find that among the multiples of 3. So let's see if we can find 2. Nope, I don't see 2. How about 4? No, I don't see 4 among the multiples of 3. How about 6? Yes, I see 6 among the multiples of 3. So 2 and 3 have 6 in common as a multiple. Let's see, 8. No, I don't see 8. 10, do we see 10 among the multiples of 3? I don't see 10. How about 12? I do see 12 among the multiples of 3. Let's circle both 12 for 2 and 3. Let's see, 14. I don't see 14 among the multiples of 3. I don't see 16 among the multiples of 3, but I do see 18 among the multiples of 3. So let's circle that. And 20, I don't see among the multiples of 3. So within the first 10 multiples of 2 and 3, we found 3 common multiples. Let's list them. We have 6, 12, and 18. So we found the common multiples of 2 and 3. Now the last word is least. Which one of these 3 are the least of the common multiples between 2 and 3? That would be 6. So 6 is the least common multiple of 2 and 3. And there you go. There's your answer. All right. If you have any questions, please email me, but I would love for you to try finding the least common multiples of 4 and 6.